in the South Pacific, but in Europe. We sent men into battle to die for this country. The women stayed home. The women went into the plants and made the tanks and the airplanes and all the other supplies that these men needed to win a war. Victory. Victory was what America was going for. To protect freedom. To protect the flag that some people don't think too much about today. A flag. A symbol of freedom. A symbol of a country that is united with 50 states. 50 states in a country of over 300 million people, united together for freedom. Hey, let's think about Pearl Harbor Day. Let's think about what they fought for back then. And let's think about this country and moving forward in a day ahead. This is Bill Cochran. Listen to me at 8, 1, and 6 every day on Tan Talk. Think about it.
Hello, my name is Tina and I'm with Dove Chocolate Discoveries. I take one-of-a-kind chocolate products like martinis, barbecue sauce, and cinnamon-dusted almonds directly into my host's home to share with their friends and family. My average host ends up getting about $400 worth of free and half-price goodies, and their friends get great deals too. And who doesn't love chocolate? We have many items that cater to all sorts of dietary restrictions. If you'd like to have your own party, give us a call at 813-445-3295. That's 813-445-3295.
Hi, this is Misty Wells, your host of Let's Take It Outside. Join me every Friday, 5 p.m. on your ride home. We'll talk about getting outside, getting dirty, fishing, hunting, diving, and camping. Whatever you like to do when you take it outside. Spend your afternoons with me, Misty Wells, Friday, 5 o'clock, right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Hey, what up, you guys? It's your girl, Vivica Fox. You are watching Hollywood Connections on Tan Talk Radio with Dawn. Little foxy thing. Enjoy.
Welcome to Hollywood. What's your dream? Everybody comes here. This is Hollywood, land of dreams. Some dreams come true, some don't. But keep on dreaming. This is Hollywood. Always time to dream, so keep on dreaming.
All right, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. It's your #1 entertainment show in the Tampa Bay area, Hollywood Connections. Now your host, Miss Florida Diva Yvonne Madison, and the lady with all the connections, Dawn Reese. All right, ladies, lights, camera, action. You're on.
Hi, thank you so much, Peter. I am Dawn Reese, your host, and Yvonne.
And I'm Yvonne, your co-host.
That's right. So in the meantime, before we start at 6:07, people are tuning in to Hollywood Connections. It's helping you get connected in show business.
Yes.
With film directors, producers, agents, casting directors, and so much more, and celebrities. But in the meantime, don't we have a guest on the phone, Peter?
We do.
And before we do, is that Michael?
It is.
Before you put Michael on, Michael, I have a surprise for you. So we're going to play something. And this song is for you before we start our interview.
Yes.
Keep going, wait. Keep it going. Wait. Good song.
Old man rhythm is in my shoes. It's no use to sitting and singing the blues. So be my guest, you've got nothing to lose. Won't you let me take you on a cruise?
There we go.
That was nice, Dawn.
I like that.
Yes, I did too.
So, Michael, I thought of you, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
You like that? Were you dancing in your shoes like we were?
I was doing a little bit of the pony, getting ready for Hairspray tonight on TV. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, Michael is talking about the really super amazing cruise that is www.fan2c.com. And Michael, tell us all about what's happening January 19th through the 23rd.
Well, thank you for having me back on again. I was
Thank you.
pleased to get a text message from you today asking me to be on. Thank you.
Oh, no,
I had a
you're
great time on the last time.
yes, you're on till January. You're on our cruise ship right now.
Yes.
That is awesome. So January 19th through the 23rd, leaving out of Tampa, we are on Fan2C. So like FAN, the number 2, SEA. .com. You can find out all about us. But we are essentially a Comic-Con at sea on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship. We're on the Brilliance of the Sea, leaving Tampa, going to Cozumel, Mexico, over to Key West, and then back to Tampa. Easy. We did it on purpose, just 4 days, 3 nights, because that way people don't have to take off a lot of time from work. You can just take off on Thursday if you're in the area and Friday, or you could take off on Wednesday if you're flying in. And it's great. Hop on the boat, party with us, get up close and personal with a lot of celebrities, as well as the creators and cosplayers who make Comic-Cons happen. And you get to hang out with me as well, which isn't such a bad thing. I expect you and I will be at the casino.
Yes. How did you know casino? I went, what? Oh, for sure, Michael. Yes,
That woke me up. Casino.
I know. We are definitely booked. Me and my husband, this is actually a honeymoon that we never took. We went to Vegas and then we drove back. It was a nightmare with, how many hours from Vegas to Denver. And it just, by the time we got back, we were exhausted. So we are looking so excited to have this as our honeymoon, but we're definitely booked, Michael. So I'm really excited. I can't thank this company enough because I got to tell you, I was over at Spooky Empire and Michael, and I texted you what I did. We have, Stranger Things, the TV show. We love on Netflix. And Millie Bobby Brown was in line. And I, of course, I'm promotion land. And Michael, like I told you, I said, I saw these 400 people standing in line. I took about 400 or 500 flyers. I passed them out to everybody in line. I said, well, Millie's going to be on our cruise. And they went,
thank you.
What? And then, they had the other cast from Stranger Things as well. But, with this cruise coming up, Frank Miller, tell us about Frank Miller, what people don't know.
All right, so if you saw any of the Christian Bale Batman movies, which, as you will see on the cruise, I have a very high-end Christian Bale Batman Begins outfit that I will be modeling on the cruise. If you've seen any of those movies, you've seen Frank Miller's work because those movies are based upon his trilogy, The Dark Knight Returns. And it's just, he's like one of the most prolific creators in comicdom. He's been doing this for decades. He's mostly known for Batman, but there's a lot of other things that he's worked on. But here's the great part about it. When I start talking to general audiences, by general audiences, I mean people who aren't necessarily the hardcore Comic-Con fans. They're like, well, but I don't read those comic books, or I don't read those trade paperbacks. And my response to that is, but have you seen the movie? Do you know who Batman is? And the version of Batman that you probably know is the version that he created, which is just unreal. And we also have something really cool going on with him in the casino. I can't tell you what it is, but we have something very cool. And Dawn, I think you might know about it, but it's something really, really, really cool. And it was something he's beyond excited about to launch it on our ship.
That is so cool. Also, Michael, tell everybody about your background, a little bit who you are, what you do.
So I'm known as Marvel Mike, which is not a bad thing to know. I mean, I could be, they should give me a cape or a mask or something, you would think after all these years. But I actually design and create the Comic-Cons for Marvel at 3 of the biggest shows in the country, at San Diego Comic-Con, C2E2 in Chicago, and then New York City Comic-Con. And I don't just design and build them, which is a labor of love, let me tell you. There's a lot of 24-hour days there and a lot of body odor from the union guys. Not pleasant in San Diego heat. But I'm also one of the hosts. So I'm the guy up on stage hosting with the celebrities, hosting the giveaway hours, judging or hosting the costume contest, working with all the fans. It's fantastic. I mean, Marvel's been such a great client of mine because I own my own marketing agency, promoguys.com. And I've had them now for 11 years as a client, and they're just by far the best. And I also work with Boom Studios, 2K Video Games, Gazillion, Konami, Sony, Sega, etc. So I work all over the place in multiple arenas, but I'm known as Marvel Mike for the most part. And I've been doing this, God, I don't want to date myself, but it'll be 25 years coming up.
And you're really good at it. You know, I mean, I met Mary over here, and she was such an adorable, amazing person. You know,
met Mary Carr?
I did.
Isn't she the best?
She is. She was. Yes.
Yeah.
And she's going to be here next week and talk about it. And then we have a special guest, Wyatt. You know Wyatt?
I do.
I know. He's going to come here. I'm not going to tell Yvonne and Peter what he's going to do for them, but he did something for me, and I was really stoked, and I'm actually going to frame it. I was like, oh, my God. It was amazing. Did I give you a hint?
You know, the great
Yes,
thing,
you
let
gave
me
me
tell
a
you a little
hint.
bit about Mary, because you mentioned Mary Carr, and I don't know if your listeners know. I think I mentioned it the last time I was on. Mary Carr and her husband, TJ McDonald, they are stunt actors, and they are professional stunt actors. They're not just somebody who says, oh, I know how to throw a stage punch, so I become a stunt actor. They have been trained extensively. TJ and Mary have been used in productions and videos and movies before. And I met them at MegaCon, which is a huge convention over in Orlando. And they were in costume as Arrow and Black Canary. And I just walked up and I said, hey, you guys look real. You don't just have the right costume, but you're bringing it to life. And when I did that and introduced myself, they didn't know who the heck I was because they'd never been to San Diego or to New York Comic Con, and I wasn't in costume. I was like, dude, I like you.
Right.
And I'm friends with Manu Bennett, who played Deathstroke on the show. So they're like, you know Manu? I'm like, yeah, and you're in costumes from a show. Let me introduce you. So I made them cut the line and come on up, and Manu got to meet them, and they kind of fainted. And because Manu's a little, I don't know if you guys know Manu Bennett, but he was also on Spartacus. He's very swoon-worthy, New Zealand Maori guy. So from that, they just were like, well, we need to take you to coffee to thank you. And this friendship just came out of it. And I was amazed how talented they are as cosplayers and costumers. And costumers are people who actually make their costumes, and their props. And TJ, her husband, and Mary, they go around to children's hospitals, and they go and do charity events all for free and help out in the Tampa area. So when we came up with this idea to do this cruise, I literally, first people I said we need to reach out to are TJ and Mary. They're that good. And if you guys live in the area and you get to see them at a show, by far go up and say hi because you will not be disappointed.
Oh, yeah.
Let me ask a question. What made you come up with the idea of doing this cruise?
Oh, all right. So I was put me on the spot. Okay.
I mean, have you ever done one before? Is this the first one?
No one's really done one before.
Mm-hmm.
So Wizard World, this conglomerate of Comic Cons, which are absolutely horrible. It's trashy. And I'll say that to the owner's face. I don't really care. And I don't talk bad about anybody, but they're bad business people. But so Wizard World tried to do a Comic Con cruise after I spoke with them about doing my cruise. And then they booked it, and then they had to cancel because they didn't have enough people on board and people were dropping out, etc. So no one's done one. I think like 3 weeks after our cruise launches, there'll be one in Singapore on a much different scale, much lower scale. But so I do a bunch of cruises with 2,500 to 6,000 people. It's where I'm just an attendee. I just love it. It's an all-gay cruise called Atlantis Events. I've been doing them since 2000. So my partner and I were on our way driving to the airport to go on one of our cruises. And I said, you know what? I'm kind of bored with these gay cruises. You know what I would like? I think I would like to do a Comic-Con cruise because that's something I'm interested in and have a great time with. And I went, oh, my God.
So how's everything going with this one? How do you feel it's going?
You know, it's been phenomenally easy. The reception of it is out of control. People love it. They love the concept of it. You know, I understand when people turn around and say, well, let's see how the first cruise does, and then we'll book for next year because conventions come and go. I mean, somebody will open up a convention and say it's the best thing in the world, and then they go. This is different. This is an experience. This is not a convention where you stand in line all right, so Dawn, you saw people stand in line for Millie,
oh, my
right?
God.
And
for 2
they
hours.
get 3 seconds with her.
Right.
They'll stand in line for 2 hours for 3 seconds. How about going on a cruise and having dinner with her or at the table next door to her or being able to go into excursions with her? That's the difference. I wanted to create something that was an experience. And the experience to me was what really made the difference, was that you could tangibly touch, taste, and feel, well, maybe not taste, but touch and taste and feel this experience on a ship. And I'm a big cruiser. I mean, like, you know, I love being on comic cruises. On cruises in general. This will be my first time ever doing a comic cruise. I worked with my business partners out in L.A. I wrote the framework for it, gave it to them. They worked with our other business partner and refined everything, and they've done a phenomenal job. I'm coming on as Julie McCoy, cruise director.
I
will
love
be on hugging everybody as you get on the ship. Don't squeeze too hard. I am injured. But I'll be there hosting, and you never know where we're going to pop up with celebrities or cosplayers in the middle of dinner, or I'm going to be hosting a costume contest with Mary, and you'll be seeing me on your
it
TV
sounds
channel.
so exciting.
So,
it sounds
it's exciting because of it's something that hasn't been done before. It's taking your comic convention and saying, we've done it, we enjoy it, I'm going to keep doing it, but I want to try a different way of experience the World Comic Con. So I'll let you know, there's a client of mine who's coming from L.A. Just as himself. He's not even coming as a client. Just coming as himself. He's like, this just sounds like fun.
Yes.
Flying in from L.A.
It does sound like
we have people
fun.
coming from Australia, from England. People are flying in from all over the world for this. So we're really excited about it. And, of course, Stranger Things 2 is going to be, season 2 is going to be coming out.
Right.
And Walking Dead, we have a lot of cast from Walking Dead on there, so that's exciting. But, also we have all the comic creators and writers, that do some, we mentioned Frank Miller, but we also have, some of the best people out there that if you sit down and talk with them, you're going to get a peel back the curtain, see the wizard in all of his glory, and really get to have a great conversation. Get Frank Thierry, buy him a cocktail, who's one of the best writers in the industry, in my opinion. Buy him a cocktail, and he'll talk to you for 3 hours in his heavy New York accent and tell you about every book he's ever written. Go talk to Riley Brown. There was that great Deadpool movie that just came out, right? A lot of that movie was based on the art from Riley Brown. So, he's one of the top artists at Marvel, and he works on Deadpool, and he makes it amazing. Take Ryan Reynolds and bring him to life on the pages of a comic book. You sit with him. He's the sweetest guy from Hoboken, New Jersey. You talk with him, and he'll start drawing and doodling while talking to you, and boom, you're walking away with a free sketch.
Wow. Wow. Also, too, is I want to back up. I made a note. Mary is, her background is stunt performing. And that is really cool. So we're going to talk about that, too, next week and what she does. And she is dressing up on the cruise. Now, I have a question because I was dressing up over at the, I had a red cape, and I think people thought I was Little Red Riding Hood. But because I had all these wolves, real wolves, with costumes coming up to me. And I'm like, okay, I look like Little Red Riding Hood. But
Did you have your basket?
No, I should have. It was just a red cape to keep me warm. But, I do have a question, Michael. Since I'm this year's Miss Classic Florida Tourism, could I wear my sash and crown?
Why not? You're bringing a character to life. And if that's your character, then absolutely bring it to life. I will be wearing a couple of different costumes. There are people who don't just dress up as superheroes. They'll be dressing up as members from Walking Dead. I'm sure we're going to have a ton of zombies. But, bring your costume. Bring it. Even if you go to the store and you get one, just feel included. We are going to have costume parties at night, not contests, parties at night. We will have a costume contest as well.
And I heard you're giving like $1,500 for a costume. Is that right?
Yeah. We kind of dug into our pockets.
Okay. Am I not supposed to say that? But yeah, it's a surprise. I'm not sure.
It's like a costume?
I may be bringing from my collection. Okay, now we're talking the Mike DeLessio vault. I might be bringing some original artwork that is signed by the artist. Not like where they did a sketch for me. I'm talking like pages from actual comic books, from Nightwing, from Wonder Woman. I have a lot from Wonder Woman. She's my favorite. And some Alex Ross pieces. So I might be bringing those and giving some of those away from my vault.
Very cool. Oh my God, Michael. So I know we're closing down. We're going to have you call in again next week as well. And then go to fan2c.com. And I heard there's only a couple of rooms left. I heard they're going fast.
Yeah, we're really selling well. It's ridiculous. I'm so excited about it. But there are rooms left. Now, the last time I was on, we had given you guys a discount code. And I don't know if you want to tell your listeners about that discount code so they get their percentage off.
Yes, I do. Thank you so much. It's Hollywood, the number one. Hollywood 1 is your promo code. You get 15% off. We're super excited. And I hope you enjoy. Yeah. It's right out of Tampa. So you guys that are listening, driving, get home, go on the internet and get your room. Really excited. fan2c.com. And, one of the best things is this. There are people coming by themselves. And if you want to share a room, we have an ability to match you by gender with another roommate if you want to do that. And you're never really in your room just except to sleep and shower, hopefully shower. Right. But also, if you don't know what conventions are, but this sounds intriguing and maybe a nice giveaway and you're looking for a Christmas present or something like that for yourself or your spouse, or if you're by yourself and you just want to come,
do it, because I can guarantee you within 1 minute of walking on that boat, you're going to meet people. This crowd is the friendliest crowd you will meet. I have never seen people more friendly than people at Comic-Con.
Ooh, that's going to be so. I know, and that's true.
I was kind of thinking of that.
Well, I have a couple friends that
No,
want
you can come.
Yeah, and I was thinking, I have a friend that's in Kentucky, and she said, I would like to go, but I don't have anyone to room with. So I have a couple friends that are looking at the site today, and they're like, we have rooms that, we can connect people with. That's awesome. That,
Yeah, we
together.
absolutely will put you in rooms. And, I've cruised, I think I've done 25 cruises or something like that already. I've cruised all over the world. And you're never in your room.
Right.
So don't worry about that. But if you do get a room, get a balcony, or get a port window, so that you don't oversleep. But you're never in your room. And
No, you're not.
the great thing is this ship is beautiful. If you're not familiar with Royal Caribbean, the Brilliance at Sea just had a huge makeover, completely updated. It's a beautiful, beautiful ship, and the crew is amazing. I was able to meet with them already. They're fantastic. I'm just excited. I mean, we have so much to bring and so much to offer and so much programming and panel discussions and stuff to do on the islands. And I'm looking for somebody to partner with to go around on the islands. I'm bringing my partner with me, but I have a feeling he's going to ditch me and go hang out with like Wonder Woman or something. So, and by the way, he's coming, not a comic fan.
Wow.
Can't tell Wonder Woman from Supergirl.
Wow.
Doesn't really know. Although Wonder Woman is on Supergirl right now, so that's kind of funny, but only to people in the comic world. But anyway, he's coming. His friends from work, he's a surgeon. His friends from work in New Jersey are coming. There are people coming because they just think this is going to be a fun party.
Sounds funny.
Even if you just like the movies and you just like the TV shows.
Yes.
Let me try to talk to my co-host and going. I'm going to do that as well. But Michael, we thank you so much for calling in, and we'll look forward to you next week at 6:05. How is that?
That is a date. You got it.
Sounds great. And I want to thank you. This is not a one-time thing with you guys. I had so much fun working for you. I really did. I really did.
Thank you.
It was really a blessing.
And if anybody's going to Paradise City Con in Fort Lauderdale this weekend, I'm going to be walking around on Sunday, just going and handing out some flyers and some T-shirts and just saying hi to everybody.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, we're excited for you as well. This is fan2c.com. Go there, sign up, and we'll see you on the cruise. Michael will be there greeting. Thank you. God bless. Thank you. Yes. Go ahead.
Next week, why don't you have your listeners call in and ask questions about what it's like to work with celebrities?
I love it.
On some of the top celebrities.
Oh, Michael, I'd love it.
That's a good idea.
And if you
Michael.
have a surprise celebrity that would be on the cruise, I know Ben was going to try to do something with that. Maybe we could get somebody as well to call in, or maybe do some homework on that.
I might be able to get somebody to call in. We'll see.
Okay, very cool. Very cool. We were supposed to meet Millie
lady.
before, but thank you so much. God bless. That's
God
Michael.
bless you, yes.
And also, before we go to the next caller, can we put that Christmas song on while we regroup here? I got some guests in the house, and I just want to go tell them what time they're on. And Yvonne, we'll be right back. And listen to some of our joyous Christmas music. We'll be right back.
Don't want a lot for Christmas. There's just one thing I need. I don't care about those presents underneath the Christmas tree. So I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. You know that all I want for Christmas is you. I won't ask for much this Christmas. I won't even wish for snow. No, I'm just gonna keep on waiting underneath the mistletoe. There's no sense in hanging stockings there upon the fireplace, 'cause Santa, he won't make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want you here tonight, holding on to me so tight. Girl, what can I do? You know that all I want for Christmas is you. And all the lights are shining so brightly everywhere, and the sound of children's laughter fills the air, and everyone is singing. I can hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I'm in? for Christmas. This is all I'm asking for. No, I just wanna see my baby standing right outside my door. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. You know that all I want for Christmas is you. Is you.
Do you guys have a 401k, life annuity, or retirement plan? Well, I've got good news for you. Tax and financial guru Daryl Madison will be able to help you understand funding, financing, and investing in this turbulent financial season. Call him, the tax and financial guru, Daryl Madison, at 813-872-9900. That's 813-872-9900. Tell him you heard about him from Miss Florida Diva of the Dawn Reese radio show, Hollywood Connections, Tan Talk 1340 on your AM dial.
Buddy, that was Yvonne Madison. You know, that is my co-host. Her son is an amazing tax person.
Yes, he is.
And he did mine, and I will never go to anybody else because I went someplace, Yvonne, last year, and I walked out. My husband he's like, this is a joke.
Right.
I went to your son. I was so pleased and so happy, and he made my year. It was amazing. Amazing. So please, if you're getting your taxes done, you're looking for somebody, please go there. All right?
Thank you.
In the meantime, let's go to our caller in Georgia. We have a special guest, and I'm really excited to interview this young gal. And are you there?
Yes.
Hi. Tell everybody your name.
Hi, my name's Demacia Howard.
Hi, Demacia. If you can do me a favor, make sure that you take us off a speaker or speaker on the computer. I have to make sure because there's a feedback. We're live on the air? Okay. So anyways, let me tell you about this girl. I was watching, she was in National American Miss, a national big pageant system I was on tour with Lauren Chapin from Father Knows Best a while ago. And I still hear a feedback. Yeah, there's still an echo back there. You're live on 5 stations right now. So if you can tune that off, that would be great.
Okay.
Okay.
Turning it off right now.
Better. Thank you so much. So anyways, I saw this video your mom put up, and what airline were you flying?
I was flying Southwest Airlines.
Okay. And so what made you get up and with your sash and crown and give your intro?
Well, one of the flight attendants was like, well, you're a queen and you're going to national, so just introduce yourself. And my mom was like, well, do your personal introduction. I was kind of afraid, and I was like, I don't want to do that, Mom. But she was like, do it. And I said, okay. And so I went up there, and I did it, and it was so much fun, and it gave me practice for the actual thing when I went to compete at the national pageant.
Well, you know, it surprised me. You have over 1 million views. You're going to make some money on this. It's still rolling.
Yes.
I can't believe it. I said to my producer, I said, oh my God. So here's what we want to do. I know you have it memorized because you're a spokesmodel and you had to do this. Can you recite that right now for our listeners?
Sure, definitely.
Okay, speak loud and here you go. Action.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. It's adorable.
When you dream passionately enough, you can change the world. I learned this after a lesson in social studies, became a spark for social change. Realizing that storybook endings are just out of reach for some led me on a journey to collect over 5,000 books for the students in Africa. So one day, a girl like me can discover her story through strides and literacy. Standing tall as I speak to a congregation of over 18,000 members, or read to kids at the Ronald McDonald House, volunteering is forever a chapter in my book. And as a Goodwill ambassador for my state, I'm humbled that my town, Union City, dedicates every April 19th in honor of me. Turning the page to one day becoming an award-winning actress, I'm confident this journey will lead me to my happily ever after. Passionately dreaming, fearfully, wonderfully made, from the great peach state of Georgia, I am Demacia Howard.
You just gave me chills.
Wonderful.
What do you think,
that
Kenny?
Was beautiful.
And Ingrid, what do you think?
Oh my God, you are wonderful. How old
Thank
are you?
you.
How old are you?
I'm 13 years old.
Or how young are you?
I'm 13.
You're 13. You
Yes, ma'am.
You have the wisdom of a Zen person,
I know.
or of somebody that's like way older and had probably a lot more experience. You're wonderful. You're going to
Thank
go a long
you.
way.
Yes, she is.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, you say you want to be an actress, and do you know what my show is all about? HollywoodConnections.biz on Tan Talk Radio. We have so many film directors, producers, agents, casting directors, so many to help you get connected in show business. And, I want to tell you, I told your mom, I said, look over what I have. Maybe you could be one of our reporters, because here's an opportunity for you to go in front of film directors, red carpet events, and we airplay your interviews as well.
Mm-hmm.
But you have such amazing sparkle, shine, and charisma. When I saw that video, I said, well, past being a past flight attendant, you know that.
Yes.
It warmed my heart to see you do that. And I just want to say, give everybody your Facebook, your website, or where they can just see, who you are. Maybe they can see that video. I'm going to put it on HollywoodConnections.biz after tonight.
Okay. Well,
How long did it take you to learn that script?
Well, I have a really good memory, so
I can understand that. Please, I had a 32-line script, and it took me 6 months. About 1 hour?
It took me about a week to learn it and get all the emotions.
Well, that makes me feel a little better.
Facial, yes. Yeah.
Oh,
but
you're a doll. That's so cool.
you.
Thank you. I'm an actor myself. That's really nice. Hang in there, because you got a bright future.
Yes, she has.
Thank you.
In the meantime, hold on. I have a surprise for you. Do we have Marty on the phone?
We do.
I have, because I want to have you introduce yourself to Marty. He's a casting director agent. You're an actress. This is a surprise for you. I would like you to say your name and say hi to Marty and ask him a question about the industry for yourself. Okay, Marty, are you there?
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Marty.
Hey, hi, Marty.
How's everybody?
We're great. Marty, did you hear that little gal that's on from Georgia?
Yes, I actually did listen in, and she actually had wonderful delivery.
I know.
Yes,
Absolutely.
And she has a question she wanted to ask you. We have a couple of phone lines that people can ask questions of. I know, Ingrid, you were asking me that on my message. But yes, so are you there? Do you want to introduce yourself to Marty?
Hi, Mr. Marty. It's Demacia.
Hello.
Okay, well, my question is about the industry. I understand that there's a lot of work that goes into it, but is it really more work, or is it just more fun?
Oh,
I like that.
It's a lot of work, and it's not just work; it's persistence.
Yeah.
I think the majority of the people that enter this entertainment industry, they have this illusion that they're going to become overnight superstars, and it doesn't work like that. It takes lots of dedication, hard work, persistence, and that means taking acting lessons, listening to your agent and your managers, going to lots of auditions, developing a thick skin because you get a lot of refusal. A lot of talent. I've been doing this for over 8 years, and a lot of the talent that I've encountered, a lot of them give up because they just get tired of rejection. And part of this industry, the big bulk is rejection. So you have to just keep going. If you keep at it, you're going to get better as an actor, as an actress. You're going to eventually start booking stuff.
Now,
but a lot of people quit because they get discouraged.
Marty, I have a question. She's in Georgia, and there's a lot of filming. Could you represent her for Georgia?
I don't really work in the Georgia market right now.
Okay.
I am open to doing that. I've had a few people reach out to me. I do know that in Georgia, they do have a lot of shows shooting over there, one of them being The Walking Dead.
Yes.
So yeah, she may want to reach out to some agents there that are aligned with the major casting directors, and try to see if she can do some video auditions or go to actual auditions there. That would be good for her.
Do you have somebody maybe off of the record? Maybe I can connect you with her mom afterwards. That you could maybe give her some good contacts over there for an agent. Or do you have an agent in Georgia?
I don't, but I do have talent that do have representation there, and they're doing really well.
Okay.
So I can always send her a little referral and stuff like that, so she
Okay.
can take it from there. Absolutely, sure.
Regina,
That's not a
do you
problem.
have an agent out there? That was my first question. Are you still on? Is she there? Did we lose her? Oh wait, she's there. Are you still there?
Are you looking for my mother?
No, I'm asking you. Do you have an agent or manager in Georgia?
No, I do.
Okay, that's what this show is about, to help you.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, so that's what
we-
I'm trying to explain.
She doesn't have an agent here, but of course there are several agents here. We actually live between two studios.
Oh, nice. And don't tell me it's Tyler Perry.
Tyler does a lot of all his stuff over there too. That's another thing. So yeah.
That's right. Well, we just had a lady from Georgia on last week or week ago, so I'm going to connect you with her too. I've got some people that might be able to help. And give us your website or Facebook where people can see who you are and see that video.
Okay, so my Facebook is Miss GAPT 2016. And then my Instagram is at Demacia Howard. And my Snapchat is Miss MISS.
Oh my Lord! I feel like a dinosaur.
That's what I felt like. I was like, what is this? I know.
She's got an Instagram and a Snapchat. I only have a Facebook. There's something wrong here.
I only have a car.
You are definitely going to
my
go
Lord.
places, honey.
Yeah, my Snapchat is MISSGA preteen 16.
Wow. You are such a joy. I would love to have you come to the station when you're in Florida. If you ever make it to Clearwater, I really would love to have you as one of my reporters. I think you can go really far with that and getting into the agents and interviewing for us in Georgia and just wiping Georgia out as a reporter. So think about that.
Yes, I will.
Slam dunk on that one.
And
But-
you can to answer your question in another way. If you come down here, you will have to work, but you'll have a lot of fun.
That's right.
Thank you. I'm
Right.
looking forward to it.
Okay, sounds good. Well, we're going to thank you so much for calling in. God bless. And our
Yes.
Okay,
Lots
Ashley.
of luck, okay?
Bye-bye,
Lots
Amber.
of luck.
sweetheart.
Have your mom reach out to me and I'll send referrals.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, so this is Marty, and then I want to bring over real quick. Calvin hasn't been to the station, Marty, for a second. Come on over here, Calvin. And Marty's a top agent and casting director, and he's back. He just has a quick question. You have a question for Marty?
Yeah.
I love questions. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Do you guys have any movies that I can be in?
Oh, that's a good, right to the point.
Dawn will tell you I'm always immersed in movies, particularly horror. I don't know if it's because they see my face and they see Dracula or something, but they always come to me particularly for the horror sci-fi films that shoot down here. Yes, absolutely. Whenever I get movies, I always reach out to my talent, or I reach out to other agents as well, in case I don't have the talent in my talent pool. So, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Right now, I don't have any films that I'm casting, but I do have two producers that already reached out to me that I should be casting very shortly. So, and I will be making announcements as that comes, closer. So, yeah.
Awesome. Very cool, Marty. And then you'll have to tune in because I have some guys that are actually have a paranormal show at the next hour. And if there's something that you want, and I'm also on live on Facebook to tell everybody, if there's somebody on like Marty, like now, I want you to call. My beauty queens are preferred and my reporters to ask you questions. Call 727-441-3000. But in the meantime, we have Kenny and Ingrid here that want to say hello to you as well.
Hey, Marty, how you doing? Listen, I've known you about a month and a half now, and I got nothing in the mail. What's going on?
You didn't send me your stuff. You gotta. First of all, you gotta do a profile with me.
Oh,
so
wait,
you gotta hit me up with a nice email, and then I'll give you the directions so you can create a profile. And as soon as I have anything that fits you, absolutely, we'll reach out to you. We like keeping talent busy.
Actually, after the first time we talked, I don't know, month and a half ago, I had sent you, it was a rough cut of Kenny's reel. You never got that?
Yes, I did. But what I'm saying is I need a profile. Do you have an existing casting networks for him, a profile?
No.
Explain that to people, especially to Ingrid, because that's all new.
Yeah,
That's new to me.
That is a website that is used with all the big wig casting directors. So usually when I submit talent for castings, I have to submit through that. They won't see talent unless I submit through the casting networks. So hit me up with an email sometime tomorrow, and I'm going to give you the directions so we can create a free profile. And I also use the casting networks also because when I have my own projects, when I cast as a casting director, I put a call out to all the talent. So, and it's free to you. Okay. It's free to the talent, okay? Your first headshot you upload on the profile is free. Now, if you want to update it, they do charge, but that's casting networks, not my agent.
So Yvonne can do the same thing, and then Calvin can do the same thing as well?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
I can actually private message you, Dawn, the instructions how to create a profile, and then you share it with them. Then, yeah, they create a free profile, and absolutely. Sometimes I get stuff where you just do video auditions, or sometimes I even book through photos. So right now, I'm booking talent for two things off photos. I'm booking female models of all ages, of all ethnicities, 25 to 40 for a photo shoot. They're making like $50 plus an hour. And then I have bearded guys in their underwears. Okay, my assistant was drooling. She was like, "Oh my God, all these gorgeous guys with beards." I was like, "Oh, okay, calm down." So we get all these wonderful castings, but the thing is, you know, you have to have the profile. It is free. Like I said, it's absolutely free. It's used by all the people in the industry. Even the people in LA use casting networks.
So the profile is different than just having a reel?
Yes, because when you have your profile, you have your resume up there. You can upload your reel onto your profile. Now, they may charge for that to upload the reel, but when they look at your profile, they see your headshots, they see your stats, they see your experience through your resume, and they see your reel. So it's like they see the whole package, the casting directors. Right now, very shortly, and I spoke to Dawn about this, we're supposed to be getting the casting director for one of the shows that I submit talent for. It's Top Shotters. That's going to be on cable television. They're on hiatus until January, and obviously I'm going to have to submit through the casting networks. So, you know, my suggestion is, you know, try to do the profile as soon as you can. It's very simple. It takes about 2 to 3 days, and then finally your profile's up there. And I will let you know when it's up there.
Okay.
That is really great information, and a lot of people need to hear that, especially for Calvin and his mom as well, because, you know, there's a format that you need to get also for you to help promote with what you're doing. And we love that.
Yeah, once upon a time, the websites were used for agencies, but now it's obsolete. I think I mentioned that to you before. I used to have a website for my talent agency, but it became obsolete because, one, it's expensive. Two, it's a lot of work to update the website. And the casting directors don't use that anymore. Now they just they send you a casting notice on casting networks, and they just want you to submit. So that's the new norm. That's the way it's done now.
But you need an agent to submit, correct?
Of course,
right?
Absolutely.
So that's what's important. Okay. So can I put you down as my agent?
Of course, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, and me too, Marty.
Yes, Miss.
Oh, you got it. Anytime, absolutely.
That's so cool. Now, do you have a question for Marty as well?
No,
Kenny, Ingrid?
No, I'm fine.
You're good? Okay. Peter, do you have a question? Anybody else? Yeah, I told my reporters, you know, this is their opportunity. This is why they are one of my reporters, that they can call in and have this opportunity to talk to people. And I know Kenny is taking the microphone.
Absolutely. I just want to let you guys know, I always like to give back to my community or, you know, to my talent. And every year, because I have over 2,000 talent, so every year I do a raffle. Ooh. For all the talent that are available to do a free workshop. I actually do an all-day free workshop every year. And I just did a raffle, and we got 20 people that were selected. So I'm going to be teaching them how to do co-reads and auditioning skills. So it's very fun. It's informative. You're welcome to, if you want to bring a little reporter and interview some of the talent and what they learned or anything like that, you're welcome to do that.
Oh, my God, that's awesome.
December 17th in my Pembroke Pines office.
I have somebody down there. I know Thelmy wants to get over there. She's my top Spanish reporter as well. So that would be very cool. And she's amazing.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
And Marty, you're just amazing with everything that you're doing. And give everybody your information, how to get in touch with you.
Sure. Everybody could reach me on my Facebook business page under Thespis Rose Theater. That's THESPIS, Rose, like the flower, theater with an ER at the end. THEATER. If you could kindly like it, private message me, hit me up. I know I'm at 5,000 friends, but you can always like my page and follow me. I always put stuff on there, and I always try to answer questions as much as I can. So you can hit me up with questions, suggestions, anything you like, and there you go.
And Marty, you do a very good job answering questions.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes,
thank
you do.
Wow.
I think I was supposed to talk about briefly about acting range today, correct?
Yeah. Range and branding, was that or?
Yes. The acting range, because this is the number one problem that I have with a lot of talent is they don't seem to. They know there's an age range and then there's an acting range. Now, when you have acting range means that you're able to do a multitude of different characters and ages.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Age range is your physical age. Acting range can also have to do with age, but that has a lot to do with your ability as an actor. So, like, let's say, for instance, Sally Field. You remember she played the love interest of Tom Hanks on Punchline?
Yes, I remember.
But then she was able to play his mother on Forrest Gump 6 years later. So that's where acting range comes in. See, her acting range is she has the ability to play her age and also play older. Because, when you portray someone older, it's not just the physicality. It's the way you speak, the way you walk, the way you move. That's acting range. And a lot of talent don't seem to understand that. Sometimes they get frustrated because they're like, oh, well, I could do this and I could do that. Well, acting is not just the physicality. It's what can you bring to the character. That's where the acting range comes in. So if you're going to try to play a biker, okay, you're not going to go in with the best posture, or you're not going to have you're going to want to be a little bit on the rough around the edges, okay, with your body gesturing and the way you walk, okay? When you're playing someone that's very posh or someone that's very, I guess you can say very educated, okay, obviously they're going to enunciate differently. Their beats are going to be different. The way they sit is going to be different. Those are things that they look for in acting range, If you're playing a lady of the evening, obviously, same thing. She's going to be this colorful person. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And sometimes talent, they go to castings, they may have the look, but the acting range is not there. Mm-hmm. That's where training comes in,
I think that sometimes it comes into play too, that where if when it comes to wardrobe and makeup, that the actors that come in, they can, they have that. When you say acting range, they know how to act a certain age, when it comes to the age thing, as you were saying. But at the same time, you put, if somebody may be a little bit weak in one part, then either wardrobe and makeup and directing can take over. It's a combination of things. It's not just one thing.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And I truly believe wardrobe does help people to get more into character. Right.
Yes.
It makes the world of a difference. It really does. Mm-hmm. That's why when you go for auditions, there's a role, you should always ask your agent if you're not sure. Mm-hmm. Well, what is your suggestions for wardrobe?
Yes.
And if you don't get the answer that you're looking for, my suggestion, look at the sides. Ask yourself, where is this taking place? Who is this character that I'm going to portray? What is the background of this, if any, of this person? And that gives you an idea. Is it taking place in a restaurant, in the daytime, in the evening? Right. Is it taking place in the park? Those things help you, to get into character. So the wardrobe, makeup. I had a
That's
talent.
the environment, right, Marty?
Absolutely. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you about one talent of mine. talk about acting range. She is 40-something years old. This was a few years ago. And it was a commercial, and they wanted someone older. They wanted someone like in their 60s. You know what she did? She went and, with makeup, made herself look older with wrinkles.
She dyed her hair
She went
gray.
with a cane. She went with a wig.
Uh-huh.
She
Yes,
went
same.
with you remember those calf pants back in the day? Oh my
Oh,
God.
gosh,
She
yes.
went in one of those, okay, and she booked. Okay, and this is a woman that was in her 40s that looked much younger. Okay, but she brought it. That's where the acting range comes in.
Can I tell you, Marty, you know what's
so-
coming to mind real quick? Remember on, was it First Wives Club? Goldie Hawn was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to play Monique's mother. Excuse me?
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Yes, and and it's sad, but that line is true. Usually, you're the sexy one, or sometimes you become the friend, and then you become the mother.
Yes.
And no one wants to eventually play the mother or grandmother, but unfortunately, as time goes by, that's what happens with a lot of the actors, and it's hard for them to adjust.
Oh, just give me the money. I'll take the part.
Just give you the part.
Well, Marty, I know we're getting to the top of the hour, and we're excited because you're working on Bob Marley's son for me, I think, soon.
Yes, I'm waiting for the. Hopefully, you guys are going to have Kamani Marley, the son of Bob Marley.
Yes.
He is the star of Top Shotters with the casting director. I'm just waiting on the final word, and then you guys will, interview them. And they're going to talk about the project, so that way you guys could, get more information on it. It's exciting. This is one of the few television shows where they cast 99.9 of the actors here. There's no just extras. Bloodline is a wonderful show, but all the actors come out of L.A. Vandal, the movie Vandal, I just booked, I sent talent for Vandal. The only thing they're booking here from Vandal, and I sent over 100 talent for that casting. They booked mostly everyone out of L.A., and they're only booked the extras down here. It's just horrible. So, it's great that we finally have a show where they're looking out for our talent here in South Florida. So, so that's why I really want you guys to have these people because, I think that's great.
Well, Marty, hold on. First, I want you to hold on for a second. We have Ellen. We have 5 minutes here. And I know Ellen, he is just called Ellen real quick. Ellen was the winner of our General Hospital. And Ellen, are you there?
I'm here. Hi.
Hi. We're going to keep you a little bit after the news here and come back to you. But in the meantime, we have Ingrid here, and she read your letter. And Ingrid, what did you think of her letter?
It was so heartfelt. And it was, a lot of the little things that you mentioned between the dates and the actors that we could tell right away that you've been watching it forever. So
I have.
Yeah, I know.
And can we read that letter? Can you read that letter on the air for us?
Can you read it to us? We'd like you to give it in your words.
I can, certainly. Thank you. I really appreciate this. Yeah, basically just the letter said, "Hi, Miss Dawn. I couldn't help but notice that you're running a contest to meet the cast from General Hospital. I was so excited I had to try. I personally, myself, was born in the mid-'60s, and as a child I grew up with the Baldwins, the Hardys, the Quartermains, the Cassadines, the Webbers, Rick Springfield, and John Stamos. This show became a daily routine in my household for several decades, and as an adult I continued to watch General Hospital every day. 25 years ago, I met my husband, and to my dismay, because he was actually born in South America, he was born in Guyana, and he was raised in Canada, and I found out that he was also a huge General Hospital fan, and to this day, we record every episode on our DVR so we don't miss anything due to our hectic schedules. I cannot imagine my life without General Hospital. I clearly remember as a teenager wanting so badly to be on the show because it looked so glamorous and fun. And to this day, I still think it would be amazing to be a part of this epic soap opera. I am super happy to see the General Hospital has continued to grow from the first episode aired April 1st, 1963, as the longest-running soap opera ever with 12,776 original episodes and still going strong. That's very impressive. My 8-year-old daughter, Madeline, watches the shows with us, and like myself, is a huge fan at such a young age. I would love nothing more than to meet the current cast of General Hospital, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity, Miss Dawn. I look forward to your response, and I pray that this letter will help make my wish become a reality. Love always, sincerely, Ellen Patrick.
Beautiful.
That was beautiful.
Do you know,
Very nice.
Ingrid,
Very
can I
nice.
say, and Ellen, say hi to Marty. Do you know Marty?
Hi, Marty.
Okay.
Hello.
Also, Ellen's been a big fan of our show, too. But also, Ellen she's got something really cool, Ingrid, as well. She has a Mommy and Me show with her daughter.
The Madeline and Mommy Show. Yes, we are on YouTube, and it's an IMDb-rated TV miniseries. Right.
And also, she's putting a big event together herself. And Ingrid, she was telling me that she'd like you to go as well in Orlando.
Oh,
I would love it.
And
Mad Fashion Fundraiser,
Is that
2017.
where you're from?
I am originally from Chicago, Illinois, but I currently live in Wesley Chapel, and the event is being held in Kissimmee, Florida.
Right, but also the proceeds are going to St. Jude's, is that right?
For St. Jude's Children's Cancer Research Hospital, yes. It's being held at the Flamingo Water Park Resort in Kissimmee, Florida.
So we'll have to connect with coming to your event. But when
I would love that.
When you come to our event now, are you coming you're coming with yourself or your daughter and your husband?
Yeah, it'll be Madeline and Mommy. We'll be there.
Always Madeline and Mommy.
So
We're
it's
a team.
mommy and me.
Ellen, stay on the phone for us. We're going to the top of the hour. We'll be right back. And thank you all much. I know we got 5 seconds. All right, we'll be back.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
WTAN, Clearwater, Tampa Bay. WDCF, Dade City, Tampa Bay. WZHR, Zephyr Hills, Tampa Bay. Listen.
Test says correspondent Steve Kastenbaum explains.
Trump's pick to head up the EPA spent the last few years fighting just about every regulation the agency put out. Scott Pruitt is part of a group of state attorneys general suing the EPA over President Obama's Clean Power Plan aimed at curbing greenhouse gases.
2 juveniles charged with setting a wildfire in Tennessee that killed 14 people. Sevier County District Attorney James Dunn.
And all options available to the state when dealing with juveniles are on the table, including the possibility of seeking a transfer of these juveniles to adult criminal court.
Dylan Ruth's trial got underway with Charleston church shooting survivor Felicia Sanders calling him evil in describing how he fatally shot 9 black parishioners during Bible study last year. I'm Barbara Cusack. Investigators made their first walkthrough in a warehouse turned artist colony in Oakland, California, where 36 people died in a fire last weekend. ATF agent Jill Snyder.
We're exploring every possible source of ignition, including electrical, but it has not been determined that it's electrical.
Republican Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina plans to lead a congressional investigation into Russia's hacking in the 2016 presidential election.
I am going to lead the charge to investigate Russia's role not only in the elections but throughout the world. I'm going after Russia in every way you can go after Russia. I think they're one of the most destabilizing influences on the world stage. I think they did interfere with our elections, and I want Putin personally to pay a price.
The Dow and S&P 500 set all-time highs. The Dow jumped 298 points at the close today. The S&P 500 rose 29. The Nasdaq climbed by 61 points. I'm Barbara Cusack.
Napa know-how.
This winter, millions of drivers will mutter disparaging words under their breath and shake their fists in the air due to dead car batteries. Luckily, there's Napa, with a wide range of batteries at a wide range of prices to fit any budget, including the always reliable Napa Legend battery. So, the only thing that gets heated up this winter is your car, right after it starts up on the first try. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
Any Jane Doe can tell you that Geico could help you save. But since money talks, we just ask the savings instead.
Greetings and sun salutations. I'm Jane's Money, and I never knew my self-worth until Jane switched her car insurance at Geico.com. Those 15 minutes built me up to real savings. Geico's been helping customers save money like me for over 75 years. So take that to the bank. And namaste.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Hi, I'm Dawn Reese, talk show host for over 35 years from Hollywood, California, now in Clearwater, Florida. Tune in Wednesdays from 6 to 8 p.m. Do you want to get connected in show business? Real people that will help your career. Call in to be a part of the show. Do you want to be discovered? Do you have talent? I have weekly auditions. Do you want to be a teen reporter or a beauty queen reporter? Please go to HollywoodConnections.biz and call 727-871-7788 for your audition now. I'm Dawn Reese, your host. Tune in.
Hi, this is Misty Wells, your host of Let's Take It Outside. Join me every Friday, 5 p.m. on your ride home. We'll talk about getting outside, getting dirty, fishing, hunting, diving, and camping. Whatever you like to do when you take it outside. Spend your afternoons with me, Misty Wells, Friday, 5 o'clock, right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Go yard is a metaphor used in baseball, meaning to hit a home run. Life struggles can make you feel like you just struck out. It's times like these that we need a little batting practice to pick ourselves back up and get back in the game. Whether you are dealing with marital issues, drug addiction, rebellious teens, anxiety, depression, or just generally having a bad day, call Mama Mac. If life has you down 0-2, before you strike out, learn to go yard. Go yard with Mama Mac on this radio station, Thursdays, 6 o'clock.
My name is Patty Warinsky. I have a company called Soap This, and we are heating up the holidays with 3 actors from General Hospital, William DeVry, Donnell Turner, and Ryan Pavey. So please come and buy your tickets for this event. It's at the Feathersound Country Club, December 10th. Go to soapthis.ticketleap.com to buy your tickets. And any questions, call me, Patty, at 727-210-5143.
Are you a writer, inventor? Do you have questions about your intellectual property rights? Well, tune in every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 11 o'clock for Joy on Paper. Once a month, I will have a special guest, the writer's legal eagle, Bill Larson of Larson & Larson, who can answer your questions. Protect your valuable work. Email me your questions to patsy.radio@gmail.com and then listen in every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. right here on Tampa Bay's Tan Talk Radio Network. That's patsy.radio@gmail.com.
Have you ever had the desire to do something adventurous, exciting, fun, delicious, or suspicious, and don't know why or when it hit you? Well, now you'll know. 441-3311. Yes, you'll hear it right here on your own local radio station. You can shout your message to the world. Get people to come to your business, enjoy your services or goods, and the good news is it's affordable. Call 441-3311. That's 727-441-3311. And, oh, by the way, my name is Lola.
Don't turn it off now. You need this stuff. Tampa Bay's Tan Talk Radio Network.
Hello, I'm Butch Patrick, and you're listening to Dawn Reese's Tan Talk Radio, Hollywood Connections.
Hey, this is Vern Troyer, and you're listening to Dawn Reese's Hollywood Connections.
All right, it's your second hour of Hollywood Connections with Yvonne Madison and Dawn Reese. All right, lights, camera, action. Ladies, you're on.
Thank you. Before we go, Peter, can you play that commercial for Ingrid of the General Hospital hunks that are coming in town on the 10th this weekend?
Yeah, I just played it, but I'll play it again. Sure.
Yeah, we'd like to hear it one more time.
You can never get enough of these guys.
I have a husband, so I'm very happily married.
Oh, me too.
My name is Patty Warinsky. I have a company called Soap This, and we are heating up the holidays with 3 actors from General Hospital, William DeVry, Donnell Turner, and Ryan Pavey. So please come and buy your tickets for this event. It's at the Feathersound Country Club, December 10th. Go to soapthis.ticketleap.com to buy your tickets. And any questions, call me, Patty, at 727-210-5143.
Okay, and we're back. And we have the lady that's putting this event on. And Ingrid, say hello to everybody worldwide and the web and on 5 stations.
Worldwide. Wow.
Right
We're getting people from all over the world. Okay. That would be great. You know, it's a big country club. We can always have more tables set up, so don't worry about it.
I I'm super excited. And, you've got something really cool going on. So tell everybody all about it in person.
Well, we're having the 3 guys from General Hospital. We've had them from all the different soaps. This time it's General Hospital. Will DeVry, Donald Turner, Ryan Pavey. If you've been watching the show at all, William DeVry's been on for about 15 years. Donnell, about a year. Ryan, maybe 2-3 years. And anyway, they're all going to come down. It's a very hands-on experience, a very nice afternoon meet and greet, photo shoot. We also have a cocktail party in the evening, and we're going to be auctioning off the guys for breakfast in the morning.
Ooh.
So just I know. It sounds a little illicit, but it's very, and I always say hands-on, but it's clean fun.
I like hands-on.
I know it's clean fun. But anyway,
She's single.
Come join us. It's at the Feather Sound Country Club. We're going to have a good time. And you can go on to soapthisticketleap.com to find out about the tickets. And come and join us. We're going to have a great time. It's always a lot of fun, and you can bring your own camera. We do have a professional photographer there in the afternoon if you come to the meet and greet. But if you bring your camera or your phone at this point, hello, Ingrid. Welcome to 2016. You can take, pictures with them with your own phone. But the professional photographer, he will take the pictures, and then they will be printed by the time you leave, and you can have them autographed by the stars. So come and join us. The food is included, cash bar. We're going to have a good time.
Super excited. Now, we still have Ellen on the phone. And Ellen, Ingrid is really excited because she has something to do with the Cancer Foundation that you are helping as well. And you two are definitely going to talk afterwards. But Ellen, tell us now, you're on the second hour, and then we have a major guest in the house as well. Ellen, tell everybody about your event and where they can get tickets as well.
Yes, thank you so much. I am so excited. Thank you for the tickets. I can't wait till the event this weekend. And what Dawn is talking about is Mads Fashion 2017, our fashion show that's coming up on February the 4th at the Flamingo Water Park Resort. If you wish to book a room, you can just call and use the promo code St. Jude's to book your hotel room for just $55 per night, which includes 4 water park passes at the hotel. And the fashion show will begin on February the 4th at 6 p.m. The red carpet event will be at 5 p.m. and the after party will begin at 9 p.m.
Perfect. Well, we're super excited. We want to thank you, Ellen, and congratulations to being the winner of the amazing General Hospital letter. You're going to have some fun. And your letter was definitely from the heart.
It was beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you so much. We can hardly wait.
Oh.
And if you want to find us, look for us on Facebook under Mads Fashion 2017. If you wish to be a part of this amazing event, just send us an email to madmommyshow2015 at gmail.com.
Perfect.
It sounds great. And we can't wait to meet you and your daughter.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Another Hollywood connection. Hey, Peter, we're going to go to another Christmas song. I think either Sleigh Bells or something I sent you or something. And then also find Tina's commercial for me that we just had for the Business View show that we're going to be promoting. I'll come back. It's under the Business View. I'll come back in a second. We'll play music. Enjoy. We're going to switcheroo our guest here, and we'll be right back. Tune in to TanTalk1340.com.
Bye, guys.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird. Here to stay is a new bird. Sing a love song while we stroll along. Walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman. We'll pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say I am married, we'll say no man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire. To face unafraid plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. snowman. We'll pretend that he is Parson Brown. We'll say, are you ready? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire. The face unafraid, the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland, walking in a winter wonderland, walking in a winter wonderland. Can build a snowman. We'll pretend that he is Parson Brown.
You like my music?
Love it. Great.
Oh, I'm going to take off my hi. We're back in the 7 o'clock hour. Hope you're enjoying the show. Actually, we have some amazing men here that I had met this weekend, and I was so impressed with what they were doing. And Yvonne, I'm going to give you my headsets and mic, and real quick, and I want you to introduce them and say hello.
You use the term men very loosely.
I'll say hello. How are you guys?
Hello. How are you?
And
We are doing great.
And your name is?
Elvis? No, I'm Jeff.
Oh, Elvis? I was getting excited there.
Yes.
Go ahead. And you are?
And I'm Chance.
Say it again.
Chance. Like taking a chance.
Okay.
And Patrick.
Patrick. Okay. So we're happy that you're here today in our studio. And, Alexis, you're here? You're here today?
Hi, I'm standing right here for Miss Don Reese. I'm Alexia Maria Orihuela, Miss International Showbiz Reporter, and I'm here to do a little bit of the show.
Woohoo! Now, Alexia, I'm putting you as a host right now. You're taking my spot, and this is what I do for my reporters that are in-house. Now, you have been in a lot of horror movies. You have, guys, I see her. You have a production company. I see her as killer, what would you call it? And then beauty queen, something by night.
So about her, how long she's been with you?
You've been with me forever.
Yes, since I was 9, and I'm 17. I'll be 18 in March.
And you just got done shooting about 4 or 5 other horror films.
Currently filming and finished filming, yes.
Okay, so take over. I want you to interview these guys, okay? It's your show.
All right, so hi, everyone. We were speaking a little bit outside, so it's good to sit down with you and talk on air. So tell everyone about yourselves.
Well, we are DeadX Radio, and we talk about paranormal, horror, and science fiction. We have been on, let's see, it's been about a year and a half, a little over a year and a half, around a year and a half. We are in over 80 countries. Our show is uncensored, so we're being very, very good today.
Yeah, this is G-rated.
So we're G-rating and censoring ourselves. And I say that to put that out there to let anyone under the age of 18 not allowed to watch our show. So you are not allowed to watch our show until March.
I'm not allowed till March?
Nope, till March. Okay. All right.
I'll be 18 in March.
Yeah, when March rolls around, then you can go ahead and listen to us. Or if you come with us, with a waiver from your mom and dad, that might work.
How about if I've had to do movies that have rated R content and I've had to stay a little bit, do I get a slide then?
Once again, if we get a waiver from your mom and dad. We had a magazine article written up about us, and many, but one of them in particular said we were Howard Stern meets Art Bell.
And for the average person who doesn't know who Art Bell is, that's basically Howard Stern for the paranormal.
Yes.
Oh.
Coast to coast.
Nice.
Yeah, also, too, you guys, you have a production company as well. Tell us about that. And then also, I want you to ask them about all the stars that they interviewed at Spooky Empire.
Well, yeah, production company. We're out of Sarasota, Florida. Frightmare Productions. John, who cannot be with us today because he's working on a Warner Brothers movie project that we are not at liberty to talk about. He works on very big productions. He does Prop Master. He does a lot of different roles in movies. He was on Infiltrator, Spring Breakers, a lot of things that are shot in and around Florida. So he's very busy, very busy.
Okay, will that become part of your studio, come through your studio, the Warner Brothers production?
Yes, it's coming through our studio. We have the prop side, and then we have the actual studio side.
Okay.
We've in-house done a handful of movies. between all of us, and we have some movies projects that are coming up, but the current project that is kind of taking the forefront for our own personal projects is our TV show. Our TV show is called Dedex Chronicles, which is essentially us. We're the Dedex boys. We are taking celebrities on paranormal investigations. And the concept really is to scare them. I mean, we're gonna mess with them a little bit. We don't want to. I mean, the paranormal side of it, we want them to have actual, real paranormal experiences. But before we take them in, we're gonna kind of mess with them a little and get them a little
something like
freaked out.
improvisational? Would that be something like that?
Everything we do is improvisational.
Everything, yeah, we do is improv. It is one of those
but
things.
you do have like a theme to your improvisation.
Yes. The theme behind the yeah. I would say, yeah, we might have like one word out of a whole theme, and then we just kind of go off on tangents. We are definitely the show with ADD. We'll put it that way.
Oh.
Wow.
So, yeah, but with this, in particular, we'll be taking the celebrities with us to very well-known, documented, big, historical haunted locations. And like Jeff was saying, and we're going to mess with them, and we're going to see how they react in our environment doing investigations. And then on top of that, Mr. Tom Holland, who is the gentleman who created Chucky, who directed Child's Play, is our executive producer.
Oh, wow.
Of that television series. Yeah, and also David Shackler from Village of the Damned.
That's great. So you guys have been doing this for over a year, you say?
At least like a week or two, yeah.
Oh, okay, like a week or two.
Yeah.
How did you guys get together, and how did you meet to come up with this kind of radio and this now show?
Oh, there's so many different like pinnacle moments. I mean, Pat and I, which real quick, I'm Jeff Hillier, Pat Webb, and Chance Hancock, and our other fourth comrade is John Rusnick, who is not with us today. He's not dead yet. He's just not with us today yet. I mean, I'm sure that we'll kill him one day. But I've known Pat for years. I'm not going to say how many because it'll tell everyone how old we are. We're a little older than 17.
Yeah, just a little.
And Chance and I actually met on the set because Chance and I are actors.
Whatever.
Pat loves it when I say that because he's like, I'm an actor too.
I'm the real talent, trust me.
Wait, do you have an agent, both of you?
No, and there's a reason why.
Okay, because we just had Marty on.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Okay, what's the reason why?
Well, the reason why is we have our own projects. We do the production side as well as the talent side. So a lot of our production side is keeping us really busy, and we have a lot of things in the works right now that we've cultivated ourselves. So if we had agents, then our agent, probably would just be making money off of things that we've already done ourselves.
Yeah, right. Can I tell you real quick? Kevin Sorbo from Hercules said, I don't have an agent. I don't need one. But, and he's got his own gigs going. But a lot of people are going to want to know, can I send photos, headshots, anything over to you as well? And where do they do that?
Okay, well, what do you mean? Send them to us to be in our projects?
Yes, exactly, because that's what my show is about. It's getting you connected in show business. I'm not an agent or a manager, but I'm helping people get connected. Okay. As you know, that's one question. And then I know Kenny, besides me here, he's an actor. He definitely has a question for you.
Well, we use casting directors on projects that we work on. So, for instance, one of our people that are helping us get our Dedex Chronicles picked up, she is actually a casting director herself, too. Right. So she kind of helps pull in people. When we do Dedex Chronicles, we're taking the celebrities on real paranormal investigations where, we're going to like set up things and kind of mess with them and freak them out and get them a little scared before we take them in to the actual paranormal. But in doing those shows, we are going to have to recreate historical incidents that have happened at the location. So we will be bringing in talent there as well. Right. Now, a lot of those we're going to bring in talent from the location, like when we're Pennhurst or whatever, Waverly Hills, wherever we're going to be doing that particular episode from. We'll probably pull in talent local because it's not going to be cost effective for us to fly the cast from Florida out there.
And that's amazing. And what's your website? Did you give that yet as well for people to go to?
Right now, DedXRadio.com is the one we want people to go to. That's our show. That's kind of the pinnacle right now. Dedex Chronicles, we're still in the works. It's still being cultivated and pushed out. And we're in talks with multiple networks, so we can't really say anything just yet. But we're just excited that somehow we suckered horror legend in executive producing for us, and I think, and it didn't require roofies this time, which was a plus.
Very good.
Well,
It was very much a
Elvis,
plus.
I would like to hear from
Elvis.
Pat.
From Pat or Chance?
Pat.
Okay.
Pat?
yeah.
No one ever wants to hear from Pat.
Well, apparently she does.
Oh my-
And
is
I
it the blue
appreciate
hair?
that.
Is it the blue hair?
It's the blue hair.
Okay, it'll be the blue
That's
hair.
that's because I'm the sexy of the show.
Yes, you are.
No. Go ahead. You can talk to Pat, and we'll just correct anything he says. Go ahead.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes. I would like to know how are you involved in this whole project? I didn't hear from you.
How am I involved?
He's our lackey.
Yes.
Well, that's what they proposed.
He
but,
brings us coffee.
Actually, I'm the creative consultant of the show.
Okay.
A lot of the ideas, a lot of things that we do, or whatever, I try to cultivate, come up with, introduce to these two, listen to them bicker about it, and then we usually come up with a good idea between all of us. So I try to bring that genius to the table. Like Jeff said earlier, we've been friends for a long time, and through mutual things, the show came together, and here we are doing it, and it's what a ride it's been.
Okay, Chance, what would you like to add to that?
Okay, first off, everything Pat said was a lie. No, I'm kidding. Actually, Pat very much was spot on. I mean, all of us come from different backgrounds, but we've all been friends for a very long time. And then we had this idea that the three of us right here formulated and put together to do Dead X Radio. And what we've done so far with Dead X Radio, and not to toot our own horn, but we will because we all have egos, is that when we first started doing Dead X Radio, we're talking about a 3-hour podcast show once a week. That's it. And we've only into our 70th show right now, 77th? 78th show right now, and we're already heard in 80 countries already. And we talk to celebrities all over across the board right now.
Well, I know Lexi's going to ask you about this weekend and who you interviewed. I know Elvira was there and all these great people. But Kenny, you have a question for these guys. Microphone, quick, up.
Question is, you got my card?
Yes, we got your card.
That's all the question is.
We're gonna put you to work. I'm gonna put you in drag though, and you're gonna be
Exactly.
a transvestite.
Right.
That's going to be exciting.
That's fine.
Right? I mean, it worked for John
I could go
Travolta
from
in
a-
Hairspray.
I'm finishing up a show now, being a brain surgeon from a mob boss.
Oh,
Now tell me that switch.
I like it.
And I'll send you my reel and stuff, and then you could check it out from there.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay.
But
Love
it's
to.
on the back of the card there. I got the.
I got you.
movie thing,
So basically, you're going from bashing brains to fixing brains.
Well, I could really blend in with you guys. This look is one look tonight.
Yeah, it's hard.
We have been called
whatever you like, whatever.
the cartel of the paranormal. So I guess
did, we did, we had
yeah.
One of our good friends, Elizabeth Saints, on a show called Ghosts of Shepherdstown, and she. We were interviewing
cartel.
someone else, and she just randomly called the show one time, and she said, "I'm trying to get to investigate a place down there, and I keep hearing this like paranormal cartel. These people try to own these places, and they won't let you in to investigate them." And we kind of laughed, and we're like, "Sweetie,
Guys ever do any wise guy movies, mobsters or anything like that?
Not at this time.
I think right. I mean,
Anything like
right now we're working on the TV show. Afterwards,
Because I'm working on another Godfather. I gotta tell you, this is time. Sonny, you take care
That's
of these
good.
guys, you know what I'm saying? All that.
and he doesn't even have cotton balls in his mouth.
It goes from one thing to another.
I
I've
like
been
it.
doing it since 1955, by the way.
1955.
That was like when your parents were born?
Yeah.
Well,
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's how far back I go. That was my first commercial.
So, do dinosaurs still exist at that point?
Yeah. When I used to go for my bread,
Yeah.
they were. On
So,
the
I mean,
other side of the
gosh,
street.
since then we have electricity, indoor plumbing. That's amazing.
Well, the
His
script
social
was
security number was 2.
Yeah, the script was written on
And we
stone
had the
tablets.
microwave.
That's great.
Yes.
There was no microwave.
So
No,
you're the first. I've never met someone that acted in silent movies. That's amazing.
Yeah, I was in the silent movie.
What was Charlie Chaplin really like?
You were?
All right,
Really?
Pat, you better. I think Pat should probably
Go ahead.
explain how we are brutal on our show.
Well,
Go ahead,
yeah,
Pat.
we're very brutal with each
The
other.
man with the blue hair.
That's right.
Yes.
I'll explain why here shortly.
Okay.
But we're being friends the way we are. We brutalize each other.
Oh.
We
so
do,
you're gonna
we do.
probably
Like-
practicing.
But
We have to though. That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
well, we've been
Practice.
practicing for years,
Yes.
but yeah, now we put it into play. But it's all in fun. It's you know, what I mean, we take our jabs at each other. Like Chance said earlier, you know, we do have big egos coming from the entertainment background, so we
Yes.
have to keep each other in check anyway, and it's just
Right.
fun. The blue hair is actually back in July. I got diagnosed with diabetes. It's for diabetes awareness. It's the color for
I have
diabetes.
so should I do my? I just cut all my hair off recently.
Well,
so
I think you should dye it
can
blue.
it.
You should do it blue.
Yes.
And it would look great. It would look great.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, we were kind of disappointed.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I actually survived and lived.
Yeah, they survived. He survived, so we were like, oh man.
So now I'm an advocate for it. I try to push it everywhere to everybody get checked and take care of yourselves.
Yes.
Yeah, we all kind of have certain is with our show. I mean, we I can't say what the actual hashtag is that's out there about us because this is a clean show.
Yes,
but
remember,
it's certain types of people with a point.
Right.
I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
And that's describing us because we do poke fun. We do say off-color jokes. I mean, pretty much 90% of our show is off-color jokes, just to be fair. But
90%?
But everything that we do, we all have a point. I mean, we are very adamant about educating people, not just on the paranormal, but, just in general. There's a lot of false knowledge out there. Floating around, so we like to help educate people, but not only that, but we have causes.
When you say educate people, educate them to what?
Well, sometimes with the paranormal, like there's certain things that people believe, as far as paranormal goes, that we try to bring an element of reality and questioning the right things, but also just things about like old wives' tales that are out there. I mean, people jump on bandwagons a lot, and we try to bring an education value to it as well as entertain. And a lot of it too is we all have causes that we fight for. Pat, diabetes. Chance is really big on against bullying, and mine is depression because I went through a major bout of depression, which actually asking about how Dead X Radio started, really a big part of starting Dead X Radio is a girl broke my heart, so I wanted to do something big to rub it in her face, so that way I got super, super famous, and she would end up regretting her life, and it's worked.
Right.
It worked.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Okay.
We have to go to a commercial break, and you'll be back in the studio when we return, right?
Doing cartwheels.
Okay.
Yay!
Hello, my name is Tina, and I'm a team leader with Dove Chocolate Discoveries, a Mars corporation. We are currently looking for people who have a love of food and drink combined with cocoa. You can own your own business free by just having a launch party to introduce your friends, family, neighbors, and others to our wonderful product line. You'll earn great income and have lots of fun. For more information, give us a call at 813-445-3295. Again, that's 813-445-3295.
Don't turn it off now. You need this stuff. Tampa Bay's Tan Talk Radio Network.
So, welcome back after the commercial break. We're here with
Chance,
Jeffrey,
Patrick, of
All right.
Dead X Radio.
Dead X Radio. So we were just talking about all the great things that's coming up for you, including your show that's still being promoted right now. So I wanted to know how you met Dawn Reese. I know that you guys met at Spooky Empire. She said you interviewed some stars, and she wanted me to ask about it.
That's such a lie. That's such a lie.
I was passing out flyers on their table.
That is such a lie. We met her in a seedy little bar. No, I'm kidding.
That was down the street from Spooky.
She don't always tell everything.
I know, right?
My husband's listening, and he's like, in the bar.
You better call on the show, buddy. I got some stories for you.
I was passing out flyers. Honest to God, there's a Bible in front of me.
Yes, she really was. She was handing out flyers, and we happened to be at Spooky Empire. We were hosting, Dead X Radio. We were emceeing the Tattoo Festival, and we were also, hosting our show there, talking with the celebrities. And she had walked by and saw us doing our thing, and saw the crowd that was getting generated by us, and she wanted to come over and say hi, and passed on this fancy thing to us, and yeah. And then asked if we wanted to come in here, and we're like, absolutely.
That's so cool. So your radio show, you do remotes and everything. Since you were guys at Spooky Empire, right?
Yep. Yes.
So what is your typical guest, and what do they come on the show for? Do they talk about their paranormal stories, or are they just asking you questions, curious about paranormal related or sci-fi related things?
I would say it kind of depends on the theme of the show that day. Let's say we're talking about horror films. then we might talk to somebody from like, The Walking Dead. We might talk to somebody from a couple of horror films. We have a lot of director friends, actors, so on and so forth. So it's kind of like maybe dependent upon the theme of the day for that show on who we talk to. And when we talk to them, because we're uncensored, and I'll make sure I keep this very clean, we try to get them to open up and be like one of the boys. We'll put it that way. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the TV show Z Nation on Sci-Fi. All right, the star Cleta Smith and Keith Allen, they've both been on our show. And we've actually got Cleta Smith to drop like the F-bomb on our show. It's our contest. We have our guests to try to get them to do that.
You just announced it, so now they're gonna know.
But we tell them anyway.
Well, I got a cool story. It's kind of funny. Finn from Stranger Things was at Spooky Empire, and we're walking around, and we walk in the room, and because we were just like making our rounds and everything, trying to see who we could pull on and meet and everything. Lure into our trap, our den of iniquity. We got the candy in the van. Get in. So we're walking around, and we walk up to Finn, and I was floored talking to him. He recognized us. My first thing when he said that he knew who we were and recognized us was, I was like, "You're too young to watch my show.
Exactly.
To watch our show. Don't watch our show." It's like, no. And if you do, don't tell your parents.
Right.
Well, I have something because, on the fan2c.com, you see who The Walking Dead is. Did you interview any of these people on our flyer?
No, none of these people we have interviewed yet. So you get us on the boat and we'll interview them.
That's great.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Actually, I believe Lou Temple is supposed to be coming on our show. I got to look at her books. I believe we do have him booked, actually.
Probably.
Is it before the cruise? Can you talk about the cruise as well, that he's excited?
When is the cruise again? It's January what?
19th to 23rd.
I'll have to look at her books when I get back. I'm not sure.
Okay. And then also, too, is Yvonne, you have some more questions.
Not really. I don't have any more questions.
No, Your Honor, I don't have any more questions at this time.
Not really.
The defense rests.
I just wanted to thank you for coming here and telling us about your studio, and to know that you guys are right here around, in this area is very good. And do you guys have anything last words to say?
I feel like I'm giving my last rites here.
I know, right?
Last words, delete my browser history. Would be like one thing I would say.
Yeah.
Get rid of the magazines underneath his bed.
Oh, no. Well, in the meantime, we have to give a shout out to crowncars.com real quick. Stay here, guys, because Crown Cars gave us the cars for the parade. Philip Boone, we want to thank you so much from our heart. And Yvonne, you want to say something from your heart to Philip on air?
Yes, I want to thank you for everything you did for us on Sunday. It was a treat, and you were just wonderful. Thank you so much, and we're looking forward to you coming back on the 17th and taking us for that ride again.
That's right. Largo Old Fashioned Christmas Parade will be on the 17th. We're giving them a shout out as well. And also, I need a shout out for the new show, The Business View. If you have a business and you want to be promoted, it's $250. You're going to get 40, 30-second commercial spots throughout the week. And also, you get 20 minutes in on air. So you're going to be aired just like Tina was here yesterday. Her commercial ran twice already on my show, and it's been running all week. So in the meantime, now I have Calvin here. Kelvin is over there. Oh, okay, he's over there. Now, you've been interviewing these guys, our new reporter. What questions do you want to ask them real quick?
I have 3. Do you guys ever get scared on TV?
Just when I have to look at these guys' faces, it's very, very scary to me. When I wake up and I look at them and I'm like, I scream.
You guys stay nearby each other? I mean, stay together?
Yeah, near like the what's it called? Like the what's it called?
The bedroom.
Yes, we have shared bedrooms before. Yeah.
Mostly those two.
Don't trap us into those kind of questions on this clean show.
Yeah, like when you're doing the paranormal activity stuff on TV, do you guys like ever get scared and like?
No, because honestly, all 3 of us, and we've been doing this for a very long time. Well over a decade. But I don't want to once again say how old we are, so we'll leave it at that. But we've been doing it for a long time, and it's one of those things that you might have a moment that may startle you, But get scared, no, because that's what we want to do. When something weird happens, that's what we're looking for
That's your
and want to go after it.
objective.
Exactly.
Like basically, you're seeking adrenaline.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like if you go to the buffet to find food, and then you find food, and you're like, oh my God, I'm freaked out. No, that's the reason we're there.
Yeah.
You know.
What is your next question?
My next question is: do you ever like not take a case of paranormal?
Yes, there are times that we won't take a case. Usually, it's dependent upon what the situation is that's going on. We like to do what we call a pre-interview before we actually investigate. We go in and we meet with the people, go to the location, and realistically, you are looking for situations that can be explained away before you even start doing an investigation. So sometimes, it might be something very simple. We may realize on the spot and go, hey, case solved, no reason to go further.
Yes.
Or B, sometimes you run into situations where people have issues.
People are real people sometimes, right?
Yeah. And so at that point in time, we're like, yeah, no.
Yes.
All right. I thought up of another one. So now I have 4. What do you you told me over there outside
I do not say I was your father. No. That's all a lie.
No, you told me that you guys do horror like stuff with paranormal activity and horror.
Yep.
What sci-fi stuff do you do?
Oh God, sci-fi stuff. It would be a lot of the different guests that we've had on our show.
Yeah, we've for as far as our show format for DEDX Radio, it's paranormal, horror, and science fiction. So that's the interviewing the celebrities from all the genres. So we may because we'll talk. I mean, science fiction really is such a broad spectrum. You can do superheroes, you can do fantasy, you can do Star Trek, Star Wars, Hunger Games. I mean, all of that kind of fits under the science fiction.
Tyler Mane, for example.
Tyler Mane played Sabretooth in the X-Men. We had him on. So I mean,
he played Michael Myers in Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yeah. So it's bringing on the guests and everything, and then really the 3 genres. We all love those genres. So even us just sitting around talking about the subjects, it's entertaining, and if no one else is entertained by it, we are.
I have a question. Are you ever going to do like put it all together and do a movie?
Oh yeah. Definitely. Oh yeah, we have a master plan. Really, our plan is world domination, and we're literally building an empire, and it includes movies, TV shows, and I'm
all
sure
this is coming from your studio.
Everything out of the studio, everything. I mean, we have events planned. I mean, we'll probably even do sock puppets at some point.
I have a question. So when you go investigating, like how you say, like sometimes you do the pre-interviews and stuff, and then when you get to a place, say it's like a haunted house. I know I've seen shows like the ones that are like fake scripted shows about like how they have the special equipments and stuff. I'm not talking about like Ghostbusters or anything, but do you guys have special equipments to if you're like looking for a ghost to help see and track? Because I'm completely new to that and I wouldn't know. So I'm
actually we have a new one we just came out with. It's a box that you prop up with a stick and a string, and you wait for a ghost to go underneath, and you just pull the stick out, and it drops on top of them so you can catch them.
Right.
So, and that one, I mean, it took a lot of work and effort to put that together.
Sounds like a lot of effort.
Yeah, what we actually do is, I mean, the equipment we bring is not necessarily to hunt ghosts. What we bring the equipment for is to disprove anything normal going on. That's what that equipment is there to pick up. Okay. So if you finally, range everything out, that there's no other normal explanation that you can come up with, and it's still happening, then it's paranormal.
Right.
Yeah, Peter Blake over there, my producer, super producer. You have a question for these guys. I know you've been listening. You said this is very interesting. What would you like to ask them?
What is the most interesting thing that's ever happened to you while doing a radio show or going out in the field and covering this type of thing?
Mine was I did an investigation in Nielsen Glass Factory in Sarasota, Florida, before they closed it. And on the investigation, the woman who owned the place with her husband had passed away, and everybody was claiming they saw him in this building. So we went and we investigated overnight. And we, as a group, we're the kind of people that we like that evidence that's the brick in the face evidence. Like you'll see the ghost shows where they're like, oh, that was Satan. No, that was the wind blowing. We like that, something definitive. So I took a flashlight and I put it inside this railing that was a V shape where there's no way it could roll out. That if anything was to move it, it would have to literally pick it up and throw it. So I asked it to do it, and it moved a forklift sideways 8 inches.
Interesting. Really?
Yeah. We literally had like the skids on it and everything actually scraped into the concrete. This forklift got pushed sideways by about 8 inches.
Wow.
Yeah. It'd be one thing if it would have rolled, like if it was on an incline or something like that, but this is flat concrete and it went sideways.
Chances of man, it was probably only 2 inches.
You're right.
I don't know how to measure 8.
You like the scary movies today, or you like them?
I have another question.
Well, all right. He's gonna just
Man,
take,
he just totally cut you off,
I
didn't
know.
he?
He just cut me off. Now I was gonna say,
Let's
what do
see
you
what Peter say.
what do you prefer? Scary movies of today or scary movies of yesteryear?
Oh, the classics. I mean, there's a couple of good ones that's come out, but my all-time favorite movie is Jaws. Hands down for across the board for everything. Jaws is my all-time favorite movie.
Very cool.
I think. See, here's the thing. I mean, being filmmakers and into all of this stuff, I desire to be scared. There's nothing that scares me. I mean, besides committed relationships. But movie-wise, there's
That's
nothing.
a different type of scare.
It is. But nothing really scares me. Movie-wise. So, some of you. I mean, if you get a little bit of a jump out of it, then I like it. But I kind of have a challenge out there for every horror movie maker is scare me.
I got one for you: Freddy, Jason, or Michael Myers. Who do you take?
Here goes that topic. Here goes that topic. All right, Pat.
Totally Jason. 100% meeting Kane Hodder and interviewing him. What a blast. I wanted to get into it because these two don't share that same thing. Even though he has the most kills in horror history.
Mine's Michael Myers because I love the story behind Halloween.
But here's the thing. I mean, these guys, Michael Myers, Jason, I mean, it's all fine and dandy. But my favorite is just honestly the best. And it's not even a question. It's not opinion. It's fact. Freddy.
Oh, absolutely.
There you go.
started a debate.
Freddy.
now. You started
Because
a
you
debate.
can kill you in
Now,
your
this is
dreams.
where the elders come in.
That's because Jeff likes to dream a
My
lot. That's why.
You guys are lucky we're not in
Listen,
our
let me tell
studio
you
where it's
my
uncensored.
favorite is. You're going to die.
Ready?
Well, here's.
Wait, let me tell you.
Okay. Please.
Frankenstein.
Yeah!
Frankenstein. That's because he looks like Frankenstein.
He does look a little bit like
And I'm
Frankenberry.
okay with that. I like looking like Frankenstein.
But I do have to say, the Kane Hodder that plays Jason in the movies, we all got our photo ops with him this past weekend at Spooky Empire. And when he likes to do these poses where he chokes people in the pictures, I can promise you, he really chokes. To the point to where if they took a little longer to take the pictures, I would have been on the floor.
Wow.
Nice.
You just met Michael Myers. Did you talk about that yet as well?
Oh, well, when we had, Tyler Mane, thank you. We've interviewed so many people. When we had Tyler Mane is the guy that played Michael Myers in Rob Zombie's version of Halloween 1 and 2. And he also played Sabretooth in X-Men. He played in Troy with Brad Pitt. Him, by far, one of the most awesome guys, and he is huge. He's the biggest Michael Myers out of all the Halloween, even the old franchise. He stands 6'8".
Wow.
Big boy.
And it was disappointing that Kane Hodder wasn't in the one versus Freddy. That was disappointing. I think he should have been in it if anybody was going to be in it.
Totally agree.
I have a question. Another question.
I'm still not your dad.
I might be.
Have you guys ever worked with poltergeist?
Like the actual poltergeist. You do know what poltergeist means?
No, the ghost type.
Yeah. Poltergeist really just means noisy ghost.
Yep, it's a German word.
It's a German word. And it's actually kind of grown, and now the stigma around poltergeist is more than just noise. It's associated with objects flying across the room, and basically it's just a ghost with a temper tantrum.
Pretty much. Really?
Okay. Yeah, because when people think about poltergeist, they think of this ghost that wants to kill your life and end it.
That's called Hollywood. All right, in real life, I mean, if you took, say, the film Poltergeist, let's use that as an example. Since the fact that they do actually deal with, this, force from the other side, that they can actually see and communicate with and everything else, That's actually not a poltergeist. It's actually a intelligent haunt. So poltergeist really is not poltergeist. The movie Poltergeist, that was back before they really got heavily into doing investigations. They started coming out with more terminology to explain everything. So you have an intelligent haunt. That's where, like, let's say you're in a room and a spirit picks an object up and actually throws and hits you. So you move over to the other side of the room. It throws another object and still hits you. So it knows you're there. It's totally aware. So that's an intelligent haunt. Then you have what's called a residual haunt, where it's more like kind of a movie playing itself over and over and over again. Like when you hear the stories like every October around the fog, you'll see Pat rise up from the Cheerio bowl and walk across the living room.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, the Cheerio, or from his bowl of Cheerios, and walk across the living room every year on Halloween.
Cheerios.
Well, yeah, you could stand there and it would walk right past you and be totally oblivious you're even there. That's because it's a residual.
It's
haunt.
a residual
over and
energy.
over and
It's the
over.
energy that's stuck in that one location or whatever, repeating itself over and over again. Of course.
But the most important thing when you're laying in bed tonight trying to sleep all alone, I want you to realize that there is a ghost in there that will try to kill you.
Wait, I have a question. Okay, this is important. Our dog passed away, Ginger.
Okay.
And honest to God, the week before she passed away, we have another dog, but I thought that it was Ginger jumping off the bed, and it wasn't. Sandy Beach was still there. Now, can you explain what that would be? Like a little misty thing jumping off of my bed. Now, that really happened.
Well, all dogs go to heaven.
And here's the thing. There's a lot of different opinions out there as far as animals. I mean, if you
unless it's Pet Cemetery, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to
Exactly.
heaven.
But really, if you think about it, if you believe in any of this and the study of what we do, it's really just a transference of energy.
Exactly.
So
My mother said that all the time. She would say, if you're buying something from a thrift store and there's so much energy from the people that owned it, I believe that too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's very true. I mean, one thing that they have out there now, understandable, or I want to make sure we clear this up right now. One, there is no expert in the paranormal field. There's a lot of people that say that they are. I would say they're knowledgeable, but they're not actually an expert. What I consider by definition as an expert is somebody that actually has a certification for what they're doing. Everything we do is by trial and error, trying to debunk and figure out what's going on. So with that being said, one of the theories out there for a haunting to happen is a spirit will attach itself to one of three things: a person, a place, or an object. So, it's
a noun.
Thank you.
Exactly. An adjective.
We
adverb.
figured it out. Ghost or noun.
Let me ask you this. This is coming to my mind. I'm Dawn Reese, back again, host. And my father passed away, and there was a chair that he sat in all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister-in-law sat in that chair, and the lights were blinking on like crazy in the house. And every time she'd sit down, the lights would blink again. And we said, you better move because Dad doesn't like you sitting in that chair. Now, have you heard of things happening like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, in my aunt's house, after she passed away, her favorite rocking chair, that it would start to rock on its own, and there was no wind in the house. It's one thing if you have an object that all of a sudden just casually starts to move because the air conditioning kicked on or something like that. I mean, it looked like somebody walked by and smacked it, then started it to moving. It would just all of a sudden just start going, and it was funny because I noticed that every time somebody sat in that chair, they would always be uncomfortable in that chair within like 5 minutes, and they would have to get up and get out of it.
Okay, another question. There was a house I was in Colorado, and I can't tell you the situation, but the doors.
You can tell us.
Well, my husband's friend had passed away before we moved in, and the lights would turn and dim, in the bedroom, and then all of a sudden the doors would slam. Remember, Bert? I mean, they would just slam. There was no wind. So can you? Yeah, you remember? You saw that, and he felt something as well. You felt something that when you were walking out of the door.
Yeah, I would always feel that sometimes I would have a presence over my shoulder. It's one of my best friends, and he would. But yes, he passed away, and we're living in the house, and I had all these creepy feelings over my shoulder all the time.
Mm-hmm. So what would you say that was, and especially doors slamming as well?
Well, here's the thing.
We're not there anymore.
We interviewed a gentleman, Scott Grunwald, a couple weeks ago. He was on the Paranormal Paparazzi on Travel Channel for a while, and we brought up a question that I asked him was about orbs. In the paranormal world, orbs people go crazy over. my personal opinion, 90% of orbs are not real. It's dust, it's particles. You can even, there could be moisture in there. There's a million other things that an orb can be besides, a ghost. But, and asking him, and the funny thing about this is people that have been doing this for a long time, and do it for real, they really all have the same opinion about orbs, that there's not much to them. But when I asked Scott on air, he gave one of the best answers that I've ever heard, and that was that if Sally over here brings me a picture of an orb and says, my grandmother died, and I got this picture of an orb, and I felt that it was her. At that point, you know what? You're right. That's your grandma.
Right.
Let her have that, because that's something that she's holding on to, that she's attached to. But is it who knows? But if that's her experience, that's what she needs at this moment in time. Really getting into something like that, we could go into that same location and sitting in the chair and having the lights dim. There may be an extension cord that the thing is on. Who knows what is there without actually, if someone's calling us in as experts and saying, we need you to really find out what's going on here, our first go-to is going to be the normal, because they're 90% of the time normal. I say 90% of the time a lot. Apparently 90%. Apparently a lot of things are 90%. 90% of the time. I say 90% of the time, but really it's majority of the time. Things can be explained in the normal rather than the paranormal. And does that mean that there's not ghost activity and that the spirit of your friend or your dog is not there? No, that could very well be too. But when we look at each element of evidence that we have to look at, we have to treat each one individually as to what it could possibly be.
Right. The one thing that we wanted to make clear too, like when we do Dead X Chronicles, we said from the very beginning, this show is about entertainment.
Yes, that's right. What I was going to ask you.
Like let's say that if you contacted us, Dawn, you said, hey, look, I believe I have a haunting going on in my home. I would love to have you guys come in and check it out and see if there's something going on. We're not showing up with a camera crew and all that. That's going to be just us and do the investigation.
Right.
Nobody needs to know about it. We never speak of it. We do believe in client confidentiality.
Because at first, it was like the show and fiction. And now we got down to a little bit more spirituality and some type of deeper stuff here.
Well, like we were saying before, when
when
we do Dead X Chronicles, we're taking a celebrity along. It's more about the celebrity and see how they react doing what we do. And plus our really screwed up sense of humors and kind of mixing that in the into the blend.
Right.
Now, however, the investigations will be real that we are doing with them. But we're not going to do a private citizen's home. This is like, where nobody lives, big historical locations, stuff like that. And the reason why is because, like, we agreed across the board, in the paranormal, if somebody came to me for help and they believe there's something going on in their home and they're affected by it and they want us to check it out, it's not my job to bring a camera crew in on that. I would rather we did it in private, confidential, and that was it. That's not a place for cameras for us.
You guys are amazing. We're going to have them come back because it's so interesting. And I know at 7:56 we're only till 8, and then we're going to end with some Christmas music, our third one, in a few minutes. But
do you want Pat to sing Christmas music to you? He'll serenade you.
What about mediums? What about, because I had William.
Pat's a large.
No, that's very funny. Yeah, we had a medium on our show, and and I was trying to get him on today as well. What do you work with them also?
90% of medium. No.
90% man.
Actually, most mediums, I would say, actually, using your term, 90% of them are all liars. No, I'm kidding. Actually, we have quite a few friends of ours, good friends of ours in the paranormal field that do, medium type work and everything. And I have been pretty impressed by them, and we are very hard to be impressed, to say the least.
That's very true.
Because we are the kind.
At you guys.
We are the kind of people that if we think you're full of it, we'll let you know you're full of it.
Right.
And we don't hesitate.
Actually, you have to understand that as well. That falls in the paranormal field as well, because you have a gift that you're using and everything like that, which is something else that we, like it said, investigate. Because if you're telling us something, it needs to ring true. Because you know what I mean, because that's what we want.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
If we have a controlled environment when doing an investigation, and let's say that a medium wants to come along with us, April, Claxton is good, or Saxton's a good friend of ours.
Claxton,
yeah,
you said it right the first time.
Well, yeah, we would bring her along or something like that, for the situation. And she is the kind of person we know that she's legitimate. We've worked with her many times before. And she's the kind that if we found evidence that backed up what she's telling us, well, a lot of people don't understand. You're not proving just the fact that a haunting is happening. You're also proving there's people out there with real gifts.
Yes.
Right.
You know, so, and like I said, I mean, have I met mediums before that were totally bunk? Yes, absolutely. Quite a few. You know, but
there are.
there are a few. Yeah, there are a few that has totally blown each and every one of us away.
Yes.
Right.
Everybody, I'm taking the mic here at 7:58, and again, thank you. And is any last words? We're going to go around the table real quick for being here. Your website, your phone number, anything else that you want to say?
Yes, our website, dedexradio.com. My phone number. Well, ladies, you're going to have to ask that for yourself. But yeah, hit us up on dedexradio.com. You can find us on Facebook at Dedex Radio. Twitter, we're at Dedex Radio. Instagram, to switch it up, we're at Dedex Radio. And pretty much every place, just search Dedex Radio, and you're bound to find. If you don't find us, Dedex Radio. If you don't find us by searching that, then you really there's no hope for you, and we don't really want you as a fan if you can't find us that way.
Exactly.
Yes, go ahead. Any last words? We have 1 minute.
Yeah, just whenever you go to dedexradio.com, dedexradio.com, you'll also see all of our links for our Twitter, our personal Twitters, and all that too that you can follow and everything.
Awesome. And also?
Okay, yeah, the last thing is, honestly, if you go, subscribe, follow, do anything on all our social medias, we'd love to have you aboard and enjoy the madness of mayhem.
Yes, and once again, remember, we are uncensored. We use potty words.
Yes.
But,
and please go to HollywoodConnections.biz. I want to thank you, Dawn Reese, for tuning in. And Alexia, any last words?
No, thank you so much for having me, and thank you guys for letting me speak with you. It was really great.
Awesome. Yvonne, any last words?
I had a good time at the Christmas parade. I loved it.
Yes, crowncars.com. We want to thank you. Go to HollywoodConnections.biz. Check us out. See what I do. I'm looking for reporters worldwide if you'd like to be a reporter, a teen reporter. You can see what we did actually today with Calvin and also Alexia. What do you think of our reporters, guys?
They're amazing.
Yes. Very intelligent, very good.
Very intelligent.
That one young boy, though, he's very nosy.
Very cute. God bless. Give it to him. Watch things happen, and we'll be back next week. Bye-bye, everybody.
WTAN, Clearwater, Tampa Bay. WDCF, Dade City, Tampa Bay. WZHR, Zephyr Hills, Tampa Bay. Listen.
Here as children.
Those are students. Those are also people that want to join the armed forces. They gave their name, their address, their phone number, where they are. They're trying to achieve the American dream. No fault of their own. Their parents came here.
A federal judge lifted the order that allowed Michigan's recount that effectively ends it. On Wall Street, the Dow soared 298 points, the S&P up 29, the Nasdaq gained 61. I'm Barbara Cusack. A Florida woman has been charged with making death threats against the parent of a child who died in the Sandy Hook school massacre in Connecticut. Correspondent Jan Johnson reports federal authorities say the accused apparently believed the attack was a hoax.
The Justice Department says 57-year-old Lucy Richards of Tampa was arrested after a grand jury indicted her on 4 felony counts of transmitting threats. The indictment says the threats were made in South Florida, where the unidentified parent lives, and authorities say the messages said things like, "Death is coming to you real soon."